to what happened in the first 48 hours, that's just going to be a whole separate ball game.
I agree with you completely, and it's something that we'll stay focused on for sure. The old saying, Beth, and without trying to be callous here, parents aren't supposed to bury their children. Children are supposed to bury their parents. When you see a video like you saw, and I've used these terms, callous, cold, arrogant, and some that I can't say on the radio, it must have made your skin crawl to watch this individual bragging, degrading your daughter the way that he did. It was just absolutely sickening.
Well, you're right. Parents are not supposed to bury their children, and what is just so sickening to me is Iran has decided to bury everyone. Natalie, his parents, his entire, and I should not say his parents, but his mother. I felt from day one his father has been involved, but due to Duran's actions, of course, he has buried his father deeply into this with him. I do think his father played a major role in Janelle's disappearance. But I think about his family. I think about all the people that stepped forward to try to help. I mean, he's just stepped and he would just bury anyone, step on anyone's back in order to protect himself. So I think he's just blatantly showing us he has an utter disregard for any other's human existence but his own. So he would stop at nothing to bury anyone. He doesn't care.
I'm going to throw out some names to you, and I know you've done this line of questioning before from other show hosts, but I'm curious to see what you have to say. When I mentioned the name Jossie Mansour.
Oh, absolutely heroic. What a man. What a father. What a husband he is to, my goodness. What a businessman he is. Integrity. And, I will stand by Jossie because this is an individual that steps forward for human rights and for justice. And, what he did for me was he took such a burden off of me during the month of July of 2005 when I felt as if I was kind of out there at the forefront by myself going against these perpetrators until Jossie Mansour stepped forward. I felt like I had no other ally. So, he did the most amazing thing, and he went out on a limb, and he, for no reason other than just doing the right thing, and as I said, being about professionalism, integrity, and respect for other human rights. So, absolutely, what an amazing man.
If I was to mention the name Van der Straten.
Well, he's corrupt to his core of existence.
I think that just absolutely nails it. I was sitting there just doodling on a pad of paper to see what you might write, and we wrote exactly the same thing. It's just... He
doesn't even deserve any more words.
Absolutely. I figured you'd just use the word corrupt. When you look at the media coverage of the story, and you see that 99.999% of those that watch, listen, and read about this story want to see the answers, want to see your family finally get the justice that you all deserve. Your take on how the media have handled this case, Beth?
Well, I think it's been remarkable, and I have, as I said, my only allies in Aruba were the media and Jossie Mansour. So I think they rank very high. And what a remarkable resource that for parents or families to be able to mobilize when they're faced with a crisis, whether it's missing or a murdered loved one. And they can be very powerful. And they were just a great ally to me on the island of Aruba. So very grateful for them. They were always very respectful too. So.
Your book, Loving Natalie, wonderful book. If this finally gets closed, this case gets closed, and you were to write an epilogue in the book, what would the last two lines of that epilogue be?
Well, first, I don't know that I would ever do that. And secondly, I guess it's that hope does not disappoint. And I think that that's what I would just end it with, is hope does not disappoint. And it's easy to give in to the pain and to let go of hope, but I've learned through this journey that every step you take.
The protecting talking to parents about preparing and protecting your loved ones when they go out on trips like this, and how to be prepared, because most people, yourself included, would never expect anything like this to happen. A couple of words of wisdom for Mr. and Mrs. Smith, whose young daughter is about to take a trip to the Bahamas on a school vacation. What would you say to them?
Well, if I had to do a couple of words, it has to be communication and education, and I think those are key. I think communication, I think that my book, for one, can be a starting ground. It can be an opening centerpiece for parents to, have those conversations with their young adults about many things they may not have talked with a while, everything from faith to personal safety. I think then education, of course, would be my second biggest, talking point, and that would be logging on to the website, just really choosing that format, that venue to discuss how you want to go about, ensuring your own personal safety, everything from international calling to medical things you must take care of before you depart our borders. So I think if I just said two words, communication could start with the book, and education could start with the foundation. So I think those would be the two key areas I think that parents begin to delve into. And boy, I know they're pretty broad, encompasses a lot. But I think that the book and the foundation can splinter off into many different areas of concerns that each family would have if they have a young one departing our borders.
Absolutely. Beth, I know on behalf of myself and all the rest of the Scared Monkeys, we support you 1,000%. Our fingers are crossed that the answers that you so rightly deserve and your family deserve will come to you, and I appreciate you joining us.
Okay, thank you so much, okay?
Take care, Beth.
Of course, it's been incredible. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.